Okay, I'm right in the middle of it. I've been using my paint roller extension, and lots of times I very seldom take the frame off of the roller, well, the extension pole. But I had to do that in a couple spots down there, and I zipped it along the top just like I told you I would. See how nice and straight that is? Yes, I still have to cut it in, but I got it up there because I kept this edge. I kept this edge dry. I try not to get it up on the edge there, and then I checked it every once in a while, and I use that all the way around. See there? All the way around the edge. And I did put a little piece of masking tape up there and there. And you see, even around the door, I was able to do it because I used that edge of the framer. See? Like that. And then I got in there as best I could with the roller around the toilet, and that's all I wanted. And then that I freehand along the edge there. There's a little bit further, but you don't want to get it so close that all of a sudden you hit the edge and stuff. I can cut that in with a paintbrush. You see, and so now, oh, you know, I didn't even look down here. I could get my roller in here back and forth just a little bit. I might do that too along there. And then I'll use the edge of the paint frame along here. See, I've got this section of wall that I still have to go. And this is just one coat, and I believe that it's going to cover in one coat. I'm kind of happy about that. I was hoping, I only had about a third of a gallon of paint left out of there, and I was hoping to have enough to do this bathroom as well as the other bathroom upstairs. Then I wouldn't have to get a whole new paint can, you know, to use only this much. I mean, you could like if you're short a little bit of paint, you could get this mixed up in a pint or a little quart container if you want it at the store. I don't generally like to do that because then when they do the formula, it could be slightly off between that and them doing a gallon, let's say. And you wouldn't want to be in the middle of a wall finishing and going to the store and getting a little can and having them mix it slightly off and then have it not blend in. So if you run short of paint, time to run short of paint would be down low, not in the middle of a long wall. You know what I mean? If I was short over here, right there, then I would use the new paint can from here to there, let's say, or something. If you're getting short on paint, use up all of your extra paint. Don't finish like a wall. Like if I was getting short of paint, I wouldn't paint this wall. I would use the rest of the paint I have to cut in everywhere so that all my paint colors are the same. If for some reason it's slightly off, it can be slightly off from the edge over to there, you're never going to see it. You see what I'm saying? All right, so onward I go, paint the rest of this wall. Now before I painted this, I don't know if you saw me where I was saying you could run a piece of masking tape, you know, up on the wall a little bit and then let it stick over. I decided not to do that. And see, just that little bit of painting I did on that wall, I've got to clean that off. And I've already cleaned that and over there. And you know, I had to clean this. And when I got done, I even painted or cleaned off my paint frame nice and clean. And to get on the edges and the grooves and stuff, I just use my little wire brush. Okay. And then if you're using a broom handle, like I was, make sure you clean it off each time you use it. It doesn't take very long. I just use my scouring pad side. Boom, boom, boom. If you don't do that, you leave that on there after a while, then good luck trying to clean it off, knowing every time you need to use your broom, your good broom, you get yelled at because, hey, when are you going to get all that paint off? I told you not to use my broom handle. Stuff like that, okay? So I got my stuff cleaned. I decided not to rinse that off because I can flake that off when it dries. And then this I'm just going to let dry naturally. And there you go. Okay, so back at it. I've got to get that, and then I'm just going to check this out a little bit. And then I think I'm done for the day. We'll see. Stick around so I can finish this video with you. Oh yeah, that's more better. It doesn't take long as you remember to do it. If you don't, then later on down the road, it's going to be harder. Take a little razor blade to it and you'll get her. Okay, well, that's all I got to talk about this time. What am I going to show you next time? I'm going to show you how to cut in. How to cut in nicely around the edges of all this stuff. And I know you're probably not a very good cut-in person on how am I going to cut in all that and make it look nice and pretty along there. I've never cut in before, or last time I cut in, it didn't turn out very well and I got paint all over the place. I'm going to show you a good way to do it if you're not very good about cutting in. Okay? And I'll talk about that next time. I've got a little thought and a trick up my sleeve to where it should look really nice when I get done cutting this stuff in. Okay? Watch for it on my channel.